Because I moved over to Element because it's zero sugar.
Oh, yeah.
And I drink them every day.
Okay.
So I was like, ugh.
I would love to check that
But I
out,
think,
actually.
yeah, Liquid IV has zero sugar now.
Okay.
I'm sure it doesn't taste as good.
Oh, well, I always buy them at like Sam's Club. And so I'm pretty sure I'm not getting like the sexiest like version of Liquid IV.
Would it be different?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I don't think Sam's Club gives you like the best version of anything,
Oh
really.
my God, I need to talk about that. Are we recording?
We are.
Okay.
Great.
Hey, welcome back. I need to piggyback off the Sam's Club thing. Hey guys, it's Jenny with Untitled. This is Lacey Brutschy. She's with Compass Real Estate.
Sure am.
How you liking it?
I like it.
Okay, I like it too.
I like Compass.
I don't know why I said it like that because I really like Compass.
Right.
Yeah.
They treat me well. I love my sales manager. He's a nice dude. Like, I'm a happy camper. I think sometimes they don't really know what to do with me because I am a little weird. But everyone in office is very nice. I'll take it.
Speak your minds.
Is
that what you're saying?
It's the nicest
Okay.
way to possibly say that, yes.
I do remember, and I'm not going to repeat it because maybe it just wasn't caught, but the first time I met you, I was sponsoring a top producer panel for the wonderful Josh Claudio, great lender here in Dallas, by the way. And we were doing like a Facebook or Instagram Live, and you may have had some expletives for Robert Refkin. We were in a down market at the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the very beginning of 2023 or maybe the end of 2022.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, I was just screwing around.
And when you said what you said, I was like, we gotta talk.
I'm very honest.
I'm gonna be friends with her.
Yeah, I'm very honest to a fault.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's just say, we don't want to be too vague and everyone's like, what are they talking about? You were mad about your stocks.
Oh, yeah. That's total BS. Yeah.
I find that okay to be mad about.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's all we have to say.
Yeah, 100%.
You were just mad. But are you happy with your stocks now?
No.
Okay.
no, I'm not.
I thought it's gotten better.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
Sure it is. I actually am not allowed to speak poorly about Compass. I don't want to
No, you don't get sued or they're gonna be like pack your bags.
No.
We'll say everyone was in for a wild ride these past year and a half, 2 years, and we're still in it and things are doing a lot better, but real estate's just been what it is.
Yeah, real estate's been what it is. It's also really hard to make money on a stock of a real estate brokerage. Compass's main attraction, for those who don't know, is that they have a bunch of people to help you with your tasks that are like remedial tasks, like $10 an hour tasks.
Yeah.
You shouldn't really be doing that. You should be selling and producing and selling and producing.
Yeah.
Right. So because they have that many people, their stock is usually rather low, but we launched at a higher IPO than where the stock is now. So I don't vest into it anymore. And I probably won't. I just
well, and you know what? I mean, for anyone listening, I would follow your lead because you're like a savant with the numbers and the economics and what's going on in the real estate market. I mean, just watching your TikToks and everything. I mean, I just don't, it's stuff I don't understand because that I'm not whatever that brain is, left or right.
Sure.
I don't know which one is which, but I'm not the one you are.
Can I tell you something that's going to really I'm going to put myself on blast?
Yeah. Oh my God, please.
Can I?
Yeah.
I was terrible at math.
Until second grade?
No, okay. I was in remedial math all the way through high school.
Yeah,
I didn't get to calculus. I
always had tutors.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm naturally very bad at math. The only math that I was really good at was algebra because all you're doing is solving for a variable. And that's the math that I do now in my day-to-day life. So
if it's anything outside of algebra, you're like, we're not posting about this.
No, if you ask me anything more than, algebra for me was in the 7th grade. So I use 7th grade math on a very daily basis, but that's all. I don't really use geometry, trigonometry, pre-cal, cal. I don't use any of it. I use stats sometimes. But not really. I mean,
I was watching your TikTok yesterday, I think, about long-term versus short-term rentals and the ROI on it. And you were giving all these percentages.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't have to do math, quote unquote, for that. But that's
fair.
even just not something that's in my brain.
Sure, but I'll tell you, like after you do, it's the same calculations over and over and over again. And so once you've done them like 100 times.
And you're always doing them and you're not taking breaks from it.
Constantly. Yeah. Like the first couple hours of my day is doing math because that's when my brain works the best. I can't do math for clients after like 3:30 in the afternoon. It's just like collapsing.
I don't do much after 3:30. That's why we're recording at 2:30. Yeah. We'll end at 3:30 and then I'm going to drive home. And just shut it off. Yeah. Oh my God. Let the hair go out in the wind.
Put a murder podcast on. And think of brighter days.
Put my own podcast on. Listen to myself.
That's nice.
Take that 50-minute drive home to Plano. So yeah.
Good for you. Make the move.
Thank you. I want to circle back to Sam's Club. I'm still on this because something happened to me 3 days ago.
What happened?
It has to do with Amazon.
Okay.
I have a bone to pick. Okay. So bought some Arm & Hammer laundry detergent.
Sure. As a lady does.
As a lady does.
Yeah.
Bought it back in December. I already had like 1 or 2 already up in the queue. So didn't get to use it until Sunday.
Sure.
Brand new. I use the spigot, go to open it. Straight water just comes pouring out. And I was like, is this really watery? What's going on? I take it over the sink. I open it up. The whole thing is filled with water. They sold me an Arm & Hammer laundry detergent container of water.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
How did you not,
I have so many.
How did you not feel that there was a difference there?
It's just as heavy. The thing's heavy. And you know, I just moved too. So it's just, everything's a blur. Taking it out of the box, it's still heavy. And it was so filled with water, it wasn't like slushing around.
Okay, I get that. So they sold you water.
They sold me literal
nice.
Water. And it was not filtered.
Was it Sudsy water?
No.
Sad.
No, it's like it never had the detergent to begin with.
How close do you think the Dasani water bottles are to the filling station of the Arm & Hammer laundry
in the warehouse?
Yeah, totally.
I don't even know what to say. Like, nothing like this has ever, not to this degree. I mean, and I'm obviously over dramatizing. Like, there's worse things in the world.
There's no hyperbole here.
I'm so dumbfounded. I'm baffled. You just, the whole thing just pours out. And I was like, okay. And so I go to the reviews.
Yeah.
I go back to that exact purchase and no one said anything. I was the only one with that problem, but everyone else had a problem with it. So they were saying, you know, we were sold the 170 ounce, the big boy.
Tub, yeah.
And you get it and it's 138 ounces. And so we paid for the 170. We got the 130. So everything's wrong. And anyways,
That's probably based from the supplier, right? Where the supplier is just like kind of lying and sending it out however. It's the cheapest one, so it shows up on Amazon because it has enough clicks.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But then I was bitching to my best friend, Johnny's, and she goes, Jenny, I can't believe I haven't told you this. I went down such a deep rabbit hole of Amazon. Like, I got into Reddit. I was reading reviews. She goes, a lot of things on Amazon, even if it's straight from the seller itself, is not the same thing. She goes, I've seen pictures of vitamins straight from the brand. And they're different colors from the website to the to the Amazon. And she goes, I have thrown away everything that goes on or in my body that is from Amazon because I don't know where it's from.
That's fair.
And I was like, do you know, I buy backups of backups of backup. I'm like Costco.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's going to take me a year to get, I don't want to throw all this away.
That's what Jeff Bezos wants.
Yeah.
He wants it to take a long time.
Yeah. I'm his just rising star. 100%. I'm his subscribe and save gem. So
I agree with you.
Yeah. He's on a yacht somewhere like, thanks guys.
Yeah, with his new girlfriend, wife.
Lauren.
How much human growth hormone do you think he takes every day?
Compared to filler?
It's the same. Can I see your water bottle?
I'm going to be...
It would be this much Botox and this much human growth hormone. And together, they make one sad man.
One big...
bald head.
Yeah. Big thing of hyaluronic acid.
Yeah. People don't forget what you looked like before money.
No, we all have the pictures.
Yeah, I know what you looked like.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ooh, poor
Have you seen that one?
Ronaldo,
yeah. Google it, people, if you haven't seen Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had some dental work, let's just say that.
Yeah, he sure has.
Listen, I'm not making fun of his looks. He's just Tom Brady. Have you seen his?
I saw
his draft picture.
To be fair, I can't make fun of how anyone looks. Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not a professional athlete, but I drink enough beer and I eat enough fucking Taco Bell that I really can't I really can't be mad at anybody for doing it.
No.
That being said, Tom Brady did not exactly look like he was going to be the best quarterback that anybody had ever seen ever.
No, and I don't think he knew it.
He looked like a sad little bird.
No, I think he was like, I'm just trying to get through life.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, just get me on a team.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have a nice middle-class lifestyle, play 1 or 2 years. I don't know if I'll start.
It's like that quarterback for San Francisco.
Oh.
Wasn't he he was like the lowest drafted quarterback
Brock Purdy?
In the draft. Yeah. So
was he?
Yeah, he makes, so they make like the amount of money that you make is based off of your draft pick, right? Or not your draft pick, but the pick that you are when you get drafted, whatever that's called. He makes less than $1 million a year.
Oh, and then he just lost the Super Bowl.
Right. But to be fair, he got San Francisco to a Super Bowl. They haven't been there for years. So I think his contract is up in 2 years or maybe a year. And it would not surprise me if at that point he makes 30 mil. Because he lives with one of his teammates.
You agree? Okay.
Yeah. He deserves it. Good for him.
No, he does deserve it.
Yeah. Everybody else making 30 million. Why aren't you making 30 million?
Yeah. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I watched the last 10 minutes of the Super Bowl.
The important part.
Yeah. Well, I missed Usher's dramatic, based off of the memes, it seems as though he ripped his shirt off and then continued kind of dancing a bit.
He's still doing good.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's holding up well.
Good for him. Did you see that right after Lil Jon was there, right? He performed?
Yes, I believe so. I watched it.
Did you see that he came out with a new album 10 minutes after?
Lil Jon did?
Yeah, you ready for this?
Did you listen to it?
No, here's why.
Okay.
And here's why. It's a 10-song album with 10 meditations that are all 10 minutes each. It's a meditation album. And he dropped it.
How is his voice meditative?
Man, I have no idea, but I hope he gets a Grammy for
I'm gonna listen to it.
Smooth mediatric jazz.
This could be anyone but him.
Totally.
With his voice.
Yeah.
Or it's like DMX doing meditation.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. So yes.
DMX was great.
Great guy. So,
yeah. I saw him play at Trees.
You did?
Yeah.
When?
10 years ago. Back when he was a pastor in South Carolina at the time, I think, and he was playing Trees. It's 3 hours late,
Wait, when was he a pastor in South Carolina?
He was pastor in South Carolina.
I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure.
Arturo is saying yes. Yeah, he's saying yes.
I'm telling you, don't look at me just because my skin color. You don't think I know about DMX.
Well, you were also at Trees. Were you wearing something like that? Trees?
Yeah, you played at Trees.
You're got the perfect, buttoned up, got my polo, going to Trees.
Here we go. DMX, pastor. It was in Phoenix, Arizona. My
so
mistake.
This was after he got famous. He then became a pastor?
Yeah, in 2016. He was a big...
Oh.
It was it. It was hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I know. I think Eve made out the best, though, out of that whole, rap troupe.
You mean not career-wise, but...
Oh, just in life. She married a really well-to-do older billionaire.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
How do I not know this?
I don't know, man. How do I know this?
I feel like I know a lot of random stuff about random celebrities.
Yeah, Eve with her paw prints. Yeah.
Yeah.
She married
Do you think
fancy
she got that
millionaire.
Lasered off? Though?
No, I bet that's part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he white?
I'm pretty.
Okay.
I'm pretty.
Not
I'm
that
pretty
it matters.
sure.
Don't
Why are you whispering? It's only weird if you whisper. Is he white?
I made it weird.
Is he white?
I just made it weird.
I'm gonna make you feel real strange about that. I can't wait for my cookies.
I want to see him.
Eve's husband white. The rapper and her British husband, who is white, have been married since 2014, and that's from BET.com.
Oh, I'd love to know how they met. Like
the paw prints are still there.
Is he like in some sort of aristocracy? Or?
You know, he's not unattractive.
Oh no.
He's not unattractive. Is he attractive though?
Is there a picture with his sunglasses off?
It's worse.
Exists.
It's worse.
Yeah.
It's worse. What's worse? It is worse with the sunglasses off.
She's really good looking, I think.
My girl from Philadelphia, she came out on top.
I think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
And if she's happy, then I'm happy.
Totally. Where do you go from here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you want to go into race relations?
Critical race theory. Like, let's just get into it. Yeah.
Delete all that.
And I just got all the unfollows. They're like,
100%.
all right, we're going to turn this off now. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
I just wanted to talk about Eve.
I just wanted to talk about Eve.
I do want to know if the
they're
tattoos.
Still there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's very part of like who she is, though. Do you know what I mean? Like
she can't.
My girl got the paws.
Yeah. I love that song with Gwen Stefani that she did.
Oh yeah.
The Lose My Mind song.
Yeah. It was great.
Ugh.
I was a big fan of that collab. Did you see Gwen Stefani and No Doubt are playing Coachella? Girl.
I don't want to go to Coachella.
Headlining.
I want to see her. I want to see No Doubt.
Yeah. But like.
Are you going to go?
No, I don't go to Coachella.
I don't either.
Yeah, I'm not 20 on acid.
I'm not.
I work on the weekends. I can't do that.
Like, I need to make sure I have a place to pee and
right.
And sit and that I'm in comfortable shoes.
Yeah, I'm not.
Speaking of.
Listen. Listen. Okay. These are the shoes of my people.
You came in here.
These are the lesbian shoes. These are what my wife calls my outdoor feet.
You're just gonna own them for all lesbians?
100%.
Lesbians?
I can speak on behalf of my people.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you came in here
hot
with a Croc on.
I did.
And
two
Crocs.
Yeah, one per foot.
On the correct feet.
Mm-hmm.
And your outfit, I mean, I wouldn't say it doesn't match.
It doesn't. It does not match. No, there's no way. It's Catholic schoolboy up top, you know what I mean? And then Chef Croc on the bottom.
Were you, what were you thinking?
I wasn't. You know what I was thinking?
Did you have meetings before this? Like with people?
It was all on Zoom. So like the fact that I wore pants here is really surprising. Yeah.
Okay.
But I changed into pants.
Okay.
Yeah, I had my sleeping pants on from earlier today.
If I was Zooming all day,
this is going to kill any sense of credibility that I've ever had as like a real estate agent. You're like, wow, Lacey must really know her stuff.
Well, you do.
Still wearing.
You do Zoom calls every day, though, right?
Yeah.
Because you have. I remember. Well, and I saw on your TikTok too. But you have a Calendly link, and then people can, like, people that you've never talked to before, they can schedule a time with you, but you do it in like 15-minute time blocks, right? Yeah. And then you do not ever go over like 15 minutes in 1 second. It's not even happening, right?
I will if I like, and usually I do.
If I like you, yeah.
Yeah, usually I do if I like the client. If I like the customers who's talking to me, clients who I represent.
Yes.
So if the customer comes up and we're vibing, then if I have time, I'll keep talking to him. Yeah. If I don't, then I say, okay, well, it looks like we've reached our 15-minute cutoff. I really appreciate your time. I'll get back to you with some like advice or whatever.
But what's the longest you'll go if it's going really well? You're like, this, I see a lot of potential of us working together.
Usually like 30 to 35 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're really good at that.
Yeah.
Cutting it off.
Well, because after that, then there's like, I will give you so much information in the Zoom call that it's going to make you feel like you're drinking from a fire hose. And so it can be a lot to take in.
And so they just want to hang out. Yeah.
After half an hour, it's like, okay, well, we have a lot to think about now. Here are our 3 to 4 action items that we can do immediately.
I like how you put it on them.
Yeah.
And it's like their decision. They're like, okay, I'm going to need to.
But it is.
Yeah. I'm
like,
hey,
think about this. You don't need to make a link. You don't need to make like a Calendly invite ever again if you want to talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm very easy to get a hold of. Text me first, call me second. Don't even worry about it. We can figure this out. It's whatever. My advice is free. My time is free. What do I care?
Can we talk about how you're TikTok famous?
I'm not TikTok famous.
How many followers? You have a lot of followers.
I have like 80 or 85,000, I think. It's pretty good.
I've been on Instagram since 2012.
Yeah.
And I've cracked 1,000.
Yeah, I think I only have like 4,000 on Instagram.
Only 4,000?
Yeah.
I've cracked 1,000.
I get it, but compared to 80, it's pretty low.
What's the formula? And I am by no means an influencer, like, so I understand why I don't have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
But also, why don't I have more followers?
I just understand the algorithm, and so I just follow
and I don't know them at all.
Yeah.
And so that's what I remember from that top producer panel is you were teaching these realtors and real estate agents, about time blocking and how important that is, and then how you source leads through TikTok and how they basically just come to you at this point. And because you understand the algorithm, you know what days and times to be posting and what kind of content to be posting and how long the reel is supposed to be. And I mean, you know everything down to a science.
Yeah.
Do you mentor other agents or?
No, I have one team member who I mentor closely. He came to me asking if I would mentor him originally at another brokerage. And I told him no, because I would be training my competition like directly.
Yeah.
So I might be open to something like that maybe in like a year or two when I'm done kind of like fully exploring TikTok. But right now I think I would be directly training my competition, because how I do it is very different from other real estate agents. And so like, I don't want to teach them how to take my business away. Unless you're at a top producer panel with Josh, and then I'll tell you.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
it's just a small group of people, no cameras.
Yeah,
except you're on Instagram Live.
Right. Yeah. My wife was like, "Why would you just like tell people that? Like, you're just giving your secrets away for free." And I was like, "Because nobody's going to do it."
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is what percentage of people are actually going to put that into practice? Probably not a lot, if any.
I haven't seen anyone do it.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot more work than just like walking around a house and like with a camera and being like, this is a really nice stove. Because like, who gives a shit if it's a nice stove? Like, your client can tell if it's a nice stove. You should be able to tell them the age of the AC unit, how old the roof looks, how old the water heater is, like whether or not there's probably a foundation problem, and whether or not they need to look at the pipes of the home.
The important stuff.
Yeah, like the real stuff.
Is this home going to hold up for you? Yeah.
Your client can tell you all
day if they like it. You can replace the stove if you want to replace the stove.
Who cares? Yeah. Like, can I figure out if there's a gas line behind there? Yeah, probably. That's really what you probably want to know.
Yeah.
After that, you know what a bedroom is. You know what a closet is. You know whether or not it's enough space for you. You don't need me micromanaging your tour. And if you do, that's cool. I'm probably not the realtor for you. Like,
you're like, I know someone else.
Who will do that.
Hey, there's a lot of real estate agents out there.
There's
someone for everyone.
They love a little, like, I call it like the Disney kind of pop-up where you're like, oh, hey. Hey, girl, do you like the bedroom? It's just a bedroom.
You're like peeking in around the door.
Bedroom.
Hey, yeah.
I don't know if you can notice or not. This is a closet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, tell me.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Unless the closet can very literally speak Spanish to me, I don't want to know about the closet.
I can see it. Is it big enough? Is it not? Does it have shelving and storage space?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you
All right, bye.
Do you like the closet?
Or do you not?
Do you like the location? No, we should leave. We should leave. No big deal.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
It's easy. Like, that part's, you know what I mean? Or it should be, is what I'm saying.
It's easy.
For the client that it should be easier.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they should already have in mind what they want.
Totally.
But that's not always true.
It's not, but as a real estate agent, you should be like constantly of service, right?
Yeah.
And you're not being of service if all you're doing is opening doors for people. Like, that type of real estate agent is not going to be around in probably 5 or 6 years. Like, you better be bringing the ability to micromanage your transaction, the ability to be honest and truthful, the ability to follow up with your clients, and the ability to nurture after you're done. That's like really how to like get continuous clients in your book.
Yeah. I think a really good real estate agent too is, if you have a client who is very stringent on exactly what they want, and then you're just not finding it because there's no inventory for exactly what they're looking for. I think it's really great when you can manage expectations with a client and somehow and do it in a way that they don't get mad. You know what I mean? Like, this is not what I asked for, and you can ease them into opening their mind a little bit and being like, oh, well, I could do this. I could live 2 to 5 miles outside of what I just said. And then they end up loving a totally different home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And end up being so happy. They're so happy with you. They're giving referral. I think that's a really good real estate agent, is managing expectations, giving them what they want, but also kind of like, well, here's some other stuff too. You may
look at these locations.
Well, you can look. Yeah. Like we're a little thin on inventory. So, but how's inventory right now, you think?
Shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's shitty, man.
Yeah. Shittier than like last year?
No, I'd say
it's opening up a little more.
I'd say it's a little bit better. I think you have a lot of people, like almost 90%, not a made up statistic, an actual statistic, that have an interest rate that's below 5%.
Yeah.
And so those people, like, they're not going to sell unless they absolutely need to. And after the like panic from 2 to 3 years ago, people were like, oh damn, I locked in this house at like a 3.5% interest rate. I don't like this house. I bought it because I was in panic mode. Now I've gained enough equity that I can go and like list it again, and I can take the net that I have from that sale and put it towards another one. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of people like starting to do.
Interesting. I have not heard anyone say it from that perspective yet. So again, you're smart, girl.
Thanks.
Yeah. You know.
I read the internet.
Yeah. It's the Crocs.
It is. It is. The Croc. That's why the lesbians wear them. They give you special powers.
Can I wear them?
No.
I'm not a lesbian.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you can't wear them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard they're comfy though.
They're very comfy. Yeah. Hence why I'm wearing them right now.
Yeah. Well.
But again, the real reason I'm wearing them is because I have this thing that's happening with my foot where like the muscles are just spasming left and right. And so I was like, I could put on a pair of sneakers that have insoles in them.
Is this like a medical condition, or are you dehydrated?
I would call it self-diagnosed.
Okay. Have you ever tried a Theragun or just any massage gun and you just put it on the... Yeah, I do it on my feet like every day.
I've been going to town. It's awesome. Yeah. But again, my wife is much smarter than me, so she told me to do it, and I've been doing it, and it's lovely.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
To be fair, I did still have to wear these stupid Crocs.
You might have to get custom orthotics.
Oh, tight. I love that.
I have them.
Boy.
Boy, my life.
If I can't sell real estate, I can definitely sell that in a sex appeal commercial. Can't wait.
I spent like $1,000 or something. I got custom.
How are you feeling?
They're great.
Do you put them in heels?
You're supposed to, but it just makes my feet slide forward, so I don't.
Okay.
But like all of my tennis shoes, sneakers, whatever, I'll put them in there. And especially if I'm like going on a walk or whatever, and they gave me different heights of arches. So I'm on like I'm already have worked my way up, because I got these years ago.
Sure.
Worked my way up to the highest arch one.
Okay.
And you're supposed to work your way up every day, like in 20 minutes and then an hour a day and then whatever.
That's nice.
Until your feet get used to it. But it really helps with back pain. And I went to the Good Feet store in Plano. These two old men work there. I mean, they watch you walk, and like you walk on, it's like a stamp basically.
Yeah.
And they see your footprint and see where you're putting more pressure. And then they give you custom orthotics based off that.
What?
I know.
Good for them. I just didn't know that was an option.
Yeah. No, it's great. Cool. Great for your feet. Great for the rest of your body.
That's nice.
I'm trying to reduce the stigma of it for only being for old people.
That's that's nice of you. It's nice to go give back to the community.
It's charity work. Yeah.
When you
volunteer.
You buy them, can you donate? Like, do you take that as a tax write-off immediately as a gift?
I tried.
Yeah. 1099, baby.
My CPA was like, we can't do that. Like, that's just for you.
Medical.
Yeah.
What if you put national title on it and then it's an advertising platform? I've wanted to get a golf cart.
But they're inside my shoes, so you can't see them. What if I put it on National Title's credit card?
Done.
Yeah.
Then
and I'll be like,
spend.
It's for my clients. I'm walking to them every day.
Well, you could have said that before you moved to Plano.
Yeah.
Now you live in Plano.
Now I live in Plano.
Yeah. You're one of those.
I love it.
Honestly?
Plano's
dope. I actually am not hating
growing
on
on
Plano.
me.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on it. I'm just hating on my commute.
Sure, that's fair.
55 minutes yesterday it took me to get home from here.
Honestly, it's
from
a pain.
uptown. So
it's a pain.
And it used to be not even 5 minutes.
Sure.
So I'm just used to what I'm used to. I was a little Dallas princess with my 4.5 minute commute home. And now I'm trekking it up to the burbs. So, and I'm almost getting in a wreck every single day because everyone on the tollway is insane.
It's an actual nightmare.
It's like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It's insane. I can't even believe there are certain types of people allowed to drive.
I just can't believe that I get cut off so many times here by people that don't have blinkers on, and I'm just surprised that there aren't more car accidents.
And then they honk at you.
Well, I mean, I was the jerk.
It happens to me all the time. Yeah. I get cut off and they honk at me and I'm like,
yeah.
Why? Here, yeah.
Why did you do that? Or I was waiting at a light where the guy behind me was trying to turn right and I was at a red light and all he was doing was just honking at me and I was like,
where do you want me to go?
Man, I can stay here forever.
My favorite thing is when I'm on the highway and there's just someone riding my ass the whole time and then they're going lanes over, back to the lane, crossing lane, back over, you know, and they're trying to, well, I used to, but now I'm scared of getting shot.
Texas.
I used to have road rage, but now I'm scared, because I don't carry, and not yet. Maybe I will, and so they're going all over the place. They're weaving in and out. They have road rage. They're in a hurry trying to get somewhere, but there's clearly rush hour traffic. So you're not getting very far. And then I end up maybe we get off at the same exit and I end up in front of them.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing.
That's my favorite thing too.
My other favorite thing, I have two favorite things now, just because I'm on the tollway so much.
Sure.
When you find a car in front of or behind you or both, and you guys are just on the same page about keeping a nice safe distance, and you guys are together for 30 miles.
It feels like you made a friend.
Oh, I want to be hats off to you, salute to you, sir or ma'am. Yeah, I'm just oh my gosh. I just feel like I made a new best friend.
Oh, you did.
We're so on the same page. There's other people raging around us.
Yeah.
And we do not succumb. We don't give in. We keep our same distance. We're not going to speed up on them just because someone else is doing it to us. I mean,
it's not worth it.
It's the best feeling.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
You're a better person than me. I just as I'm driving on the road, I'll usually take phone calls, but they won't at certain times of day. I won't talk to clients because I know that I'm going to yell at a car, and so I'll be driving and I'll be you, and I'll just go off, and I do this the whole time because my mom's Italian, despite what I look like, and so I would just curse and curse and curse, and then it would be 20 seconds later. Anyway, so I know that we were talking about what we were going to have for dinner tonight. So do you want to do piccata? Or are you thinking something else? I'm happy to go get it. I'm sorry about that. It wasn't you.
But this is what you have to do if you live here.
Yeah.
You have to be able to just shut it off and move on to the next. Because if you let it ruin your life, it's going to ruin your life.
Oh, totally.
So,
I as a person have to get it out. I can't hold it in, or else I'm going to
take it out on someone else.
Yeah, I'm going to be a jerk.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a jerk. I'd rather be a jerk and yell in my car to that person who cut me. Do you see how I'm doing it?
Is your mom from Italy? Speaks Italian?
No. My grandmother is from Italy though.
Okay.
And so
ooh, the cooking. The piccata. It's my favorite.
So much piccata.
So many capers.
So much capers. Into it. Love salt.
I'm so into capers. Yeah.
Give me salt. I'm very happy.
I actually am having chicken piccata tonight and I had it on Monday. It's my favorite dish.
Look at you.
Yeah. No, I'm not making it.
Oh.
It's like a meal service. It's already made.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You get Factor?
It's called Autab. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled A table, but it's sur la table. So I think it's Autab. Am I right?
I don't know.
Okay. It does have the accent mark over the table. So
Autab.
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 Autab. I don't know.
I didn't take French.
I'm so sorry.
Please.
We sound so stupid right now. Well, I first I was a table, and my sister was no, I think it's Autab.
You're
Atab?
I really don't know.
Okay. Anyways, it's really good.
Okay.
It's local.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I really have you seen Punch Drunk Chef by chance?
No.
He is off of Fitzhugh, so right across the street, across from that Hispanic meat market that starts with an M, the Marichota, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, and in my head I always call it mitochondria. But yeah.
Michoacana?
Yeah.
Michikanda?
Yeah, it's not mitochondria.
It's that. It is mitochondria. The mitochondria Michikanda. It's right across from there. He is local, cooks all the food himself with like, I think 1 or 2 other people. And then they have a storefront now, but he also has like a delivery service. So he used to drop off food with me, and he has like the macros on there, which ones are keto, which ones are vegetarian, which ones are vegan, like.
But he'll do like hearty meals too, like
totally.
Because I can't like do the meal prepping, like the plain chicken with vegetables.
No. It's like actual food.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's someone who you want to give your money to. You know what I mean? Like he's a good dude. His girlfriend is a really nice person. Like their energy is just fantastic. He works really hard. Like you want to support him.
Is he on Instagram?
Yeah, at Punch Drunk Chef, I think.
I'm gonna have to follow him. Does he deliver to Plano?
I hope not. I don't know. I'd ask. But honestly, since you're here, I mean, like, it really is right down the street, right over on Fitzhugh.
I don't come in the office every day, though.
How often do you come to the office?
I don't want to say it in public.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I don't come in every day.
Okay. Well, I mean, whatever.
2-3 days a week, maybe.
So just like go over there and pick up a couple meals the next time you're down here, like today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah. His name's
down the street.
His name's Brad. He's a nice dude.
Okay. I'm going to check it out.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I need some variety.
Yeah. I think he does a really nice job. Shameless plug for Brad.
Okay. Well, you know, Brad, we're going to get you some business, Brad.
That's right, Brad.
I have 5 listeners. So hey guys, more pressure on you guys.
Thanks for the sponsorship, Brad.
Open to sponsors. Somebody pay me. Yeah.
Sponsors.
This is going to help.
It'll be like sponsored by, and it's going to be like an osteoporosis medicine.
I don't care. It's going to be the Good Feet store.
Yes, it will be.
Get your custom orthotics
at Good Feet.
Yeah.
Just like Jenny Vincent.
Yeah.
Or Crocs. I bet Crocs bans me from buying them from now on.
Oh, they're definitely going to listen to this.
Yeah. I'll send it to their PR people.
Yeah, they're totally going to listen.
Yeah. Fine.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's relationship is real?
I didn't think so for a really long time.
And now you do?
I think it probably started off as a PR relationship. It seems like they at least like each other a lot. And like
we're on the same page.
Both of their PR people are fantastic at promoting them and promoting their relationship. So like,
and then they were like, oh, maybe we really actually love each other. This is great. And then the PR people are like, fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Worked out better than expected.
I'm so here for it. Also, like, he's 6'5", she's 5'11". They're both like kind of quirky and weird. They're weirdos.
Yes.
They're just very famous, very talented weirdos. And so I hope
dorky,
that they get to
like in a cute way.
Yeah, like Taylor Swift was a freaking nerd.
Yeah.
Like when you think about who she
loves
was
her
in
cats.
high school.
Yeah.
Like playing all these songs about boys that like she liked or broke up with in a gymnasium filled with your high school. Like that is just like a recipe for terror as someone like in high school.
That's just a big fucking dork.
Right.
And
we
then
love
you
her for
just
listen to Travis Kelce for 15 seconds and you're like, oh, you're a nerd too. And it kind of makes sense. Like I'm kind of hoping that they're like nerding out with each other and just being weirdos.
Did you see like, I don't know, I think it was the end of the year, but they were like resurfacing some of his older tweets. Like I think people were trying to find dirt on him and what they ended up finding was the most wholesome content ever. He'd be like, Taco Bell in my face.
Yeah. He's just a weirdo.
He just seems like a nice guy. Yeah.
Like he's just a weirdo and he doesn't care and I'm down for it. Like
I am too. Well, and she was annoying me a lot in the beginning because she clearly wasn't a football fan, didn't know about it. But I'm like, yeah, go support your mans, of course.
Yeah.
But she was like too into it. Like,
sure.
I don't know why. It gave me pick me vibes. And I was like,
I mean, Taylor Swift as a person gives me pick me vibes. And like, and that's fine. It is what it is, you know?
She's never bothered me. And I like some of her music, but then I was like, I do not like her anymore. Like, and now I'm coming around. I'm like, I don't care.
Oh man. I love Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. Not just because of the Folklore album, phenomenal.
Yeah,
but
she's so talented.
She's so talented. She's so smart. She's a fantastic writer. She also was like, I am going to re-release all of my masters because they were sold out from underneath me. And what I think is happening is I bet she has probably like let's say Sony holds her deal. I bet she has like a 8 to 12 record deal with Sony.
Okay.
And when she's done, she can get out of there. I bet when she's done, she opens up her own studio. And I think at that point, she's going to start moguling from over here. But I'm just kind of waiting on that to happen.
She kind of has to. Like, what else is there at this point?
I mean, what's the point? You don't need a studio for like their influx of cash. Once you have,
she has more money than them.
Yeah, bro. I mean, come on.
And she's already done it all. So I feel like maybe that's the next step.
Yeah.
Maybe her and Beyonce will get together.
I would actually love that.
Yeah, and just like open a recording studio.
Did you hear Beyonce's new Texas song?
Yes, I love it.
It's in Texas.
I am obsessed with it. And I love that she dropped it during the Super Bowl.
Hilarious.
Isn't that what happened? Yeah.
Yes.
She's like, I can do it too, guys. Usher dropped his album. Lil Jon
dropped that meditation
dropped
album.
His meditation
what up? Tracks.
album.
Like, I'm very excited for Beyonce's. I think she's going to do like rock and roll blues.
Ooh.
Probably some like Detroit vibes. You know what I mean?
I'm into that.
I'm into it.
Yeah, I'll listen.
Yeah, she's so talented. I hope that she gets a Grammy for like a country album. Yeah. To be, what would that make her the only Black woman who's ever won like a Grammy, except for Tracy Chapman. Tracy Chapman was the first one who did it this year because it was her and Luke Combs.
I wish she had won it though, like when she originally released it.
I know, but like the world wasn't ready for that.
No.
Yeah.
In the 90s?
In the 90s,
Is
in
that
like
what it was?
94 or something. Yeah, totally.
Like 1999. The world was not ready. Yeah.
The world.
25 years ago.
What was it? What was it even?
I kind of miss the late 90s. Not for that part, but I liked the music.
I liked the music. I liked the movies.
Yeah.
Jawbreaker was around in 1994. Hilarious.
Rose McGowan.
Oh, yeah. Being ridiculous.
Was she dating Marilyn Manson at that time?
I think it was
It was
right
after.
Around. Yeah.
Because that's when she was like getting a little more like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, totally.
So I love her.
Yeah, I think she's great.
Yeah.
I like Rose McGowan.
Yeah, I love that she just stuck it to Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good for her.
Yeah, that's why I miss the 90s because I was a child.
Yeah. I do miss not paying bills. That was tight.
And not caring about the world.
Yeah.
And not knowing what was going on.
Yeah.
That's what I miss.
I think, I completely agree with you. I like juice boxes.
Yeah.
And the outdoors.
Bagel bites. TRL and bagel bites.
Love bagel bites.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get them all the time.
Yeah.
Now I do not. My wife tells me that I can't eat them all the time anymore. She's not wrong.
Well, but sometimes?
Yeah, but I mean, I was really living a bachelor lifestyle for a while there. So
didn't you go to SMU?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where I ate bagel bites and White Castle burgers. Yeah, because they were the cheapest things you could get from Sam's Club by the item.
Well, all your peers were like going whatever the equivalent of Brutschy was back then. Yeah.
My personal favorite was when I was in a sorority in college, and my sorority sisters were beautiful, still are. And we went to Nobu and they were like, just order whatever you want. The bartenders always get us. So like, they'll probably charge you like $30. And I was like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, I go in a suit because of who I am as a person and who I was when I was 21, right? It's the same person.
Yeah.
So I get there, I order, we're having a great time, go there for like 2 or 3 hours, doing drinks, they're flowing.
Yeah.
And I get my bill and it's like several $100s. And I was like, oh shit. And I look at my friends and I was like, hey guys, I was like, what was your bill? And they were like, man, like $25, $30. And I was like,
oh no.
I was like, oh, me too. I was like, so tight. Here's my debit card. And
you didn't tell them?
I told them like a couple days later, but I was, at the time being 21, I was more embarrassed that happened and less like.
Well, because you were singled out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I'm the one. So
I get it.
Man.
I get it.
Did you have to put on your parents' credit card?
No, I don't have my parents' credit card.
Okay.
No. God.
What, you went to SMU?
I did. But the whole deal was that like my parents did not want me to end up like some asshole. And so they tried really hard to make sure that I wasn't one.
Okay, well it worked out. So good for them. Yeah. Wait, so did you have a job in college?
Yeah, I had several.
Okay. But I'm assuming they paid for your tuition.
They did.
Okay.
They paid for my tuition.
Yeah.
They paid.
I'm like, I don't think a job at McDonald's is going to
They paid for my rent, and they gave me spending money.
I don't know
well.
why I'm asking what your parents paid for. That's such a stupid question.
I don't care. I'm also like very open about it.
Yeah, but I'm like, why am I even asking this?
Who cares?
Yeah.
So like,
my parents paid for my college.
Yeah. So my parents paid for it. The deal was I had to get a certain grade point average, and the second that I didn't, I'm from South Carolina originally, I could have gone to University of South Carolina for free because of like my grade point average. Now the state does acceptance. So they were like, if you don't make X GPA, it's fine, but we're definitely not paying for SMU. You can go back to South Carolina and screw up if you want. I get it. So I never really I didn't really party. I didn't really go out until I was like a senior in college when I was like,
it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah.
I'm over it.
You're like, I have the credits.
Yeah, I'm over it. I have the credits. I want to work. I want to have a job. So I was like way more focused on my job than my GPA at that point. But I was just like rolling with it. So
you really didn't get the party out in college at all?
No, but to be fair, like where I grew up, everybody had kind of like partied when we were in high school. And so by the time I got to college, I was like, oh,
you were already like a 40-year-old.
Yeah, you guys are like drunk right now? I was like, oh, that's cool.
So embarrassing.
I haven't drank since I was 14.
Yeah.
Tight in a golf course bathroom. That's cool.
I've been sober for 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I think a lot of people would freak out, but like, I just didn't live that life in high school. So I just I didn't care.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, safe to say you're back at it. So right?
Sure, I'm feeling good about it now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're an adult and you will have a drink if you want it.
Well, also, you were talking about the traffic from here to Plano.
Yeah.
If I feel like I'm going to be hit with traffic, which like ruins my day, right? Like it's like there are a couple things in life that I just can't do, and really bad traffic is one of them.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that because I'm not alone.
No, not at all. So I'll drive to like, let's say I have a 5 o'clock appointment. I'll get to a nearby like bar or restaurant and I'll just stay there for an hour and a half and have a drink or two.
Yeah.
And then go to the appointment. And that way, by the time the appointment's done at 7:30, I can just go home. But that way I'm not sitting in traffic on the way there. I'll just sit there and like answer emails.
I've been told to do that.
Yeah.
I have no patience.
Really?
I think I'm a masochist too. I'm like, let's just get it over with.
You're like,
just
I
go.
love this traffic.
Yeah. And then I listen to myself on my own podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, oh yes, this is so
soothing.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so soothing.
What is it called?
ASMR.
ASMR. Yeah.
like
that's my voice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this.
Can we use any of it? No.
I don't think it's right. Oh, no. Like I can't touch. Oh, the wall over here.
Here you go.
Okay.
I can do that.
Do it. Oh, you're much better at it than I am. I do it with the front of my tongue, not the back.
Oh,
which I think is wrong.
I don't know. I guess it depends on whether or not you're speaking
Spanish or not. What part of Spain you're in? Yeah. Yeah. If you're in Spain or Mexico.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing Castilian or Mexican.
Yeah.
Like, which one?
You're doing Castilian or Castilian. Yeah.
Are you doing Castilian? When I was in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Barcelona. You're like, God, I hate you. I hate you. I hate everything about you.
God, that is from a movie, and I can't remember what it's from, but yeah. Or from like an SNL skit or something.
Yeah, totally. But it's like, if you go to LA, do you say Los Angeles?
Oh my God.
Do you? Or
no. Do people do
or
that?
Are you normal?
No one does that.
That's why it's like, why would you call it Barcelona?
Yeah.
Just to be a jerk?
Yeah.
Like,
it's funny.
What's like
Barcelona. Valencia.
I was in Valencia. I went to Valencia.
Valencia.
It was very nice.
You're killing me.
Wait. Oh my God. Can I tell you something really funny?
Yes.
I was in this house. It was like $1.5 million. And I was showing a client of mine. And I opened it up. And there's a brand that is spelled Givenchy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how it was pronounced. I know the brand by pronunciation. I didn't know by the spelling. And so I pronounced it Givenchy. And she was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. And just started laughing and calling it Givenchy. But in the back of my mind, I was like, no, that's really what I thought it was. What is it again?
Well,
what's the brand?
The real way, or like,
how do you say it?
Or
like the real
I
way?
say it Givenchy.
There it is. Givenchy.
But isn't it like Givenchy?
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
I don't have one.
I don't know. My mom bought me Louboutins when I was in college.
Oh.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
I don't wear heels, but it was nice. And
she bought like the 6-inch, like the
stiletto
one?
God, like the real ones. And so I showed my sorority sisters, and they were like, what did you say these shoes were? And I go, oh, they're Louboutins. Because the nicest store where I grew up was like Saks off Fifth, but like I was never allowed to shop in like the nice section. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I got the Louboutins, and they were like, oh my god, Lacey.
Oh, Lacey.
Like what's wrong?
It's like what's the movie? She says Versace.
Oh yes, yeah.
Showgirls.
So, yeah, I love that movie.
It's Versace.
It's Versace.
Yeah.
And now I just will fake pronunciations all the time. Like I'll be at a Mexican restaurant, I'll be like, oh, can I get like a fajita? And I'll be like,
tortillas.
No, you can't.
I'm just making a dad joke.
Yeah, thanks.
Let me have it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Just like
margarita.
Margarita.
Yeah. Say it with fervor.
Yeah, totally. Say it.
Margarita.
What was the name of that Spanish soap opera that you had to watch in high school to learn Spanish?
Well, I don't know what it's called, but a telenovela.
It was a telenovela, but it was like specifically for middle school and high school students.
I don't remember. I know I watched
Margarita.
Yeah.
Margarita. Do you know what it was called?
I speak Spanish, so I didn't watch it.
You didn't take Spanish in high school?
You didn't take Spanish in high school for an easy A?
Yeah, you got a good A.
Yeah.
I took it for 2 years.
Yeah.
But I didn't pay attention.
But you didn't have to watch the stuff.
It was advanced.
Okay.
But it still wasn't that advanced.
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, I was like, am I boring you? Are you already like texting other people? Get me out of here.
None of them are here. I can't stare at it for too long without like being. I don't remember.
I know what you're talking about. I watched it.
Yeah, I watched all of it.
Yeah, it was just so dramatic. It was so funny.
It was so dramatic. But it's very like 90s where the teacher just like rolls out the cart with the TV on it and they're like, click, 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 and we're watching this.
You know, it makes me think that was our setup for like the Real Housewives.
100%.
Like that's why we like it.
Yeah.
Because we were exposed to that early on.
Sure.
And now I'm like way into all of them.
Yeah, totally.
I love the fighting.
What's your favorite city?
I mean, overall Potomac.
Mm-hmm. That is the best one.
But this season is boring the hell out of me.
Why? I haven't watched this season.
Because nothing has happened.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah. So I'm still in it. I haven't watched the past 2 weeks, I think, but I'll catch up. So right now, my favorite is Beverly Hills.
Nice.
Like just for this season right now.
Yeah. I've been a big Atlanta fan for years.
I love it. I either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
Because they have like the best season ever. And then the next one, I'm like, I can't even watch this. So then I'll go years without watching it.
Oh, sure.
Portia's coming back.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. She's coming back.
So good.
So I'm going to watch again.
Yeah.
We needed her
I like
back.
her. She's very entertaining.
I love her. And to think where she was from her first season, where she was pretty meek, to be honest, because she was with Cordell.
Yeah.
What was the last name? Reynolds? Cordell?
The football player. I don't remember the last name.
Do you remember the football player's name? Cordell Stewart? Cordell Stewart, right?
Cordell Stewart.
Cordell Stewart? Yeah. And he was bringing her down.
Yeah.
So, and she was just like, I'm just this proper little girl.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like she just didn't. And then she just came into her own after the divorce. I love to see it.
Good for her.
Yeah. I like it.
It's important to get your groove back. You know what I mean?
Portia. And now she's married to her friend's husband.
Get it.
Get it, girl.
Get it, Portia.
Speaking of, how long have you been married?
It's funny. I was just talking to my wife about this because we both couldn't remember. Like 2 years. We've been together for 5.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who proposed? Did she propose or did you propose?
No, I proposed. I actually flew. So we met when she was in Brooklyn. She was living there. I was up in New York visiting one of my friends.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, you come up to New York all the time. No, I'm sorry. Whatever. That's how we met.
Yeah.
So I brought her up to New York during COVID, like the worst possible time to like fly anywhere, and took her to stay at like the one Brooklyn hotel.
Yeah.
And we walked in, the room just like reeked of weed, but I had given the guy like a 20 and I was like, yo, this room is loud.
Yeah.
Like it is loud. And he comes in and he was like, oh yeah, it is. Okay, well here, I'll go downstairs. I'll see what we can do. And they ended up giving us a suite at this hotel. And it was like the nicest hotel
Night
in
and
Brooklyn.
day, basically. Yeah.
So tight. So I had her sister and her sister's now husband there. And I had my 2 best friends in New York. and then my best girlfriend in Dallas fly up. So I had everybody meet us at this hotel.
Yeah.
I asked her to marry me. I flew my photographer up, Steph Grant, who took photos, and then she was surprised by everybody there because she knew that she had like a pretty good idea that I was going to ask her to marry me.
But she didn't know it was going to be like that.
No, she didn't know it was going to be like that. So we did it in front of the Brooklyn Bridge because it's her favorite bridge. I don't know why that's important to her, but whatever. And
that's marriage. You're like, I don't know why this is important, but we're just going to do it.
But it's important and that's tight.
Yeah.
And then I had a dinner for everyone like right afterwards at the hotel.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
Lacey.
fancy.
Are you a romantic?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I will say though, I went out a little too hard the night before because I was so excited, and so I had to have an IV come to the hotel room.
But then you shot right back up.
Yeah,
after
I was ready to go.
I've never had an IV. I
highly recommend it.
I don't know why, because I get so hungover, like to the point where I barely even drink anymore because I can't do it.
It makes it go away in like 10 minutes.
What am I doing?
I don't know.
I need to be drinking again.
Yeah. Yeah, you need like a punch card.
I need to be back on the wagon. Or is it off the wagon?
On. To get on the wagon, you're continuing down the bad path. To get off the wagon, you're off it.
So, but if I say I fell off the wagon, doesn't that mean I'm back to drinking?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Hey Jeff, you're sober.
I am sober.
What's the phrase? If I fall off the wagon, does that mean I'm drinking again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
I know, it really was.
Happy to be of service.
Yeah, thank you.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
People just pop right in at the right times.
That's nice.
It was like, I was like, hey, you're sober.
Yeah.
Like not obnoxious at all.
Whatever.
Just calling people out.
Yeah. Who cares? But that's how I asked Sarah
I love
to marry
that.
me. Yeah.
And I'd love to meet her sometime.
Oh yeah, that's right. You haven't met my wife.
No.
Yeah, she's great. She's super cool.
Well, how did you originally meet?
I was up in New York. I was visiting. One of my friends had stage 4 cancer, like pretty much everywhere.
Oh.
And so and he's fine now. I have to say that.
It's stage 4 and he's like out of it?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he had stage 4. He had like multiple tumors in his brain, his lungs, his lymph nodes. Like if you could name a bad place, it was all there. So I got
rid of it? That's amazing.
Yeah, shout out to Sloan Kettering. They saved his life.
Oh, Sloan Kettering.
Yeah.
Great
so
hospital.
I was up there. It was the last time I was going to go there. I was there pretty much once a month because someone had to be with him during his chemo treatments because he could have had like a seizure and not like really hurt himself.
Yeah.
So his husband works in travel. So his husband had to leave, and whenever the husband would leave, I would come up or one of the other friends would come up. And so it was the last time I was going to come up. He was given a clean bill of health. He was just like getting ready to be discharged.
Yeah.
He was like, man, like, you come up here all the time. You never have any fun. You don't like go out.
Yeah.
I was like, just go out. Like go out with a girl. Like you've been single for a while. And I was like, I don't want to. I was so
you're
over
like,
dating.
I'm just not in the mindset.
I was like, I don't want to do that. Like I'm here taking care of you. You have cancer.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out on a date.
You're like, the last thing I'm thinking about is sex right now.
Right. Like I'm just not going to do it. Like, it's weird. And so his husband was there. He was leaving the next day. And I had one of my friends who was at the wedding and one of my friends who married us were both there, and they made a Bumble profile for me and put it up, screen shared it with the television. So we were swiping on people on the TV, and Sarah had written me like pretty early on.
Yeah.
And she asked me,
wait, how does Bumble work for lesbians?
Anyone
can go first.
Anyone can go first.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. So she swiped on me.
You're so lucky.
I know, it's really nice. And she was like, what stupid question did she ask me? Oh, she asked me, she was like, what's your favorite quote? Because it was one of those pre-populated things. And I was like, this is ridiculous.
Did you just rip her apart.
100%. So I was like, I'm going to tell her something real weird and see what happens. Cause like, who cares? And so my friend Dennis, my buddy's husband, and I were going through like the weirdest people we could like quote. And I found something from like Machiavelli. And I said that and I go, it's Machiavellian. She goes, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Do you want to go on a date tonight? And I was like, sure.
And you met her that night?
Yeah. I met her that night. And
Did
I
you
took her out
instantly
every
know
other day.
on the first date?
No, she was such an asshole to me, man. She
Really?
was so mean. Yeah, totally. She wasn't like looking at me in the eyes when I would ask
She was
questions.
nervous then.
She was super nervous,
Yeah.
but was also very like,
But it came off as rude to you?
it came off as rude because like we're in Texas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm here to have a date with you, here to see whether or not anything is like gonna blossom, whether or not we can hook up, whatever.
Yeah.
And if it's not, that's cool, but I'm gonna go hang out with my friend who
Yeah.
has cancer.
And looks me in the eye when I talk to him.
Yeah, he looks me right here, right? And so I was like, man, this girl, like, she does not like me. That's all right. I'm like, I'm not everybody's flavor. I get it.
Yeah.
And I showed up to the date wearing like a suit with like gold sneakers. So
Louboutins?
I looked like a douchebag.
Yeah.
And I get it, right? And I wasn't exactly like prepared to go on a date. I didn't bring date clothes. So,
Yes. Yeah, it was on a whim. So
right. So that was it. And so at like probably 3/4 in the night, she asked me what my biggest fear was. And I was like, oh man, like I'll tell you, but that's like a very intense question. And like, I'm not going to lie.
She was asking you like job interview questions. What's your
well,
favorite quote?
So she's
What's your
head of
biggest
HR
fear?
for a VP for like a tech company. So like,
I cannot handle that on a date. Those kind of questions.
I was like, okay. I was like, I'll be honest with you. I was like, do you really want to know though? She was like, yeah. You know, like, yeah, whatever.
She's like, yeah, I really want to know.
No,
And
yeah.
you're
She's like, yeah,
yeah.
I would love to know that. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay. I was like, you didn't ask me why I was here. And
Yeah.
she goes, well, I figured you were up here on like business or something. And I was like, I'm a real estate agent. What business am I doing in New York?
You're like, and I am not licensed here.
Yeah,
by the way,
like, come on. So I told her, I was like, listen, my best friend has cancer and that's why I'm here. And my biggest fear would be if he passed away. And she just like stopped, finally looked me in the eye and she goes, oh my God, are you okay? And I was like, if I wasn't okay, I wouldn't be on this date. Like, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah.
And like,
nice to meet you.
Right. Nice to finally make your acquaintance today.
Yeah.
And I asked her out the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. And then she flew down to Dallas a week later. And we were like, you know, this wasn't exactly what I was looking for when I was up in New York. And I don't think this is what you were looking for either. But like, we match on so many different levels. Do you want to see whether or not this works? Yeah. And that was just like the conversation consistently where it was like, man, I love you. I miss you. This is great. Like, again, not what I was planning, but I'm also not going to screw it up, you know?
So it was almost immediate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just had to get through like the first half of that first date.
I'd say I knew I was going to marry Sarah within a month of dating her.
I love it.
And I told everyone around me.
Well, they always say when you know, you know.
Yeah.
So. But
my friends were like, what? Because I don't really date ever. I had like a couple relationships here and there, but like I'm
the same way.
Yeah. I'm not bringing people around. No. Like you're never like, I just don't do it.
No. Yeah.
And so they were
I'm the same exact way. Yeah.
They're like, what do you mean? You're going to marry this person? And I was like, oh yeah.
Well, I think we are the type of people like did not date around a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know, I went on dates and stuff, but for the most part, like I would know within a month or even if 3 months hits, I know if it's going to work out or not. And I'm like, what? Why waste my time?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm happy single. So why would I?
I like me.
I know.
I really like me.
I love spending time with myself.
Yeah, I like me.
I love being alone.
I like my friends.
Yeah.
I don't need really
So it's going to take
else.
a special person to be like, I want this person around all the time. I want to marry them.
Yeah.
I want to be contractually bound to them.
1,000%.
For life. Yeah. It takes a lot. So
yeah.
I mean, that's a big testament to your relationship
totally.
too.
Yeah.
And to her.
Yeah.
So even though she didn't look you in the eye.
For at least an hour.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I was like, but it was funny though, because I hadn't eaten that day. So I went to the bodega next door and like shoved a banana in my mouth and downed a sugar-free Red Bull like right before I met her.
You're like iron,
so I was
calcium.
Like, up.
Yeah.
like I was like, I'm not going to get a foot cramp.
Yeah.
Like let's do this.
Yeah. You're like, I'm going to bust out the Crocs.
I know.
After 1 month, not one date.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, definitely. Gotta let it.
So when did
ruminate? When
did she move to Dallas?
Do you remember during COVID, there was like a shutdown. It was the first shutdown and it was going to happen at like 11 p.m. on a certain day in Dallas.
In March? Like the very first one?
Yeah, the very first one.
I don't remember because I had COVID at that exact time.
Got it.
And I was delirious. I had been I quarantined for 14 days, not by choice.
Yeah.
And I lived alone at the time. So I don't know. What I'm saying is I don't remember.
I had a pretty big apartment at the time down in downtown. And I was like...
But it was mid-March.
It was, yeah. So mid-March 2020, I think we'd been dating 6 months.
Okay.
And I called her and I was like, hey, New York is going to have a shutdown. When it does, you live, I mean, literally from you to me, there was a methadone clinic, like from where she lived to where the methadone was.
Yeah.
And she was on the ground floor and there were no bars on her windows. And I was like, what do you think is going to happen? Like in New York, come down to Texas. It's not going to be as bad here. We're very like, do what you want as long as it doesn't involve me or my politics, right?
Well, and you don't have to stay in your little tiny box.
Right. You can do whatever.
Like, at least the apartment's going to be bigger
with.
here if you're going to stay inside.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, come down to Dallas. Let's see if this works. Keep your apartment.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, it's no big deal. You can just go back to New York.
Yeah.
Well, she flew down with a backpack, not a suitcase, a backpack. She had like 3 different outfits. She was with me for a month.
Did she think she was going to be there a weekend?
Totally. She was like, I just didn't know if I was going to stay or not. And I was like, I get it. I do.
Oh, that gives me so much anxiety.
So I was like, okay, well, we should probably get you some clothes. And I was like, where do you want to go? Thinking in my head that she was going to pick like some department store. And she was like, oh, Target. I was like, oh my God, I love this
Marry
woman.
me.
I love this woman so much. Like, my God, I love you. Perfect. We had the conversation of we can either afford a wedding or a house. Which one do you want? And she was like, a house, obviously. And I was like, oh, thank God.
That's the way to go. Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
You're like, that's good because I was testing you.
Yeah, totally. Like, okay. Like, tight.
I'm not the wedding type.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was in my 20s, I don't care anymore.
I wanted to do something cool because we did it in Detroit because that's where all our families.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did it in Detroit. I had all my friends fly up from South Carolina and Dallas, and they loved it.
It's fun.
And
it was have a big party. Everyone has fun.
It was great. We had it in an opera house. We had a quartet play like 90s R&B.
Oh my
God.
God.
So everyone our age knew what it was, but all the old people thought that they were like, oh my God, how classy.
So it's like something for everyone.
Yes. Yeah. We walked out to Fall Out Boy. Like,
which song?
All the Gin Joints.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love it. I gotta see videos.
I'll
not right now.
I'll show you the video later.
Yeah, we can
it's
podcast
tight.
of me just watching videos.
Yeah,
of you. The ASMR.
Isn't that like popular now on YouTube? Like someone watching someone on playing a thing?
Or it's like little kids watching cartoons or something.
I think it's strange.
Yeah.
I think it's very strange.
Why do they make so much money? Why
I
can't I do it?
I don't know.
Why can't I get more followers?
I don't know.
I
saw, if you go to the E-Gate, it's like it's around E16 at DFW.
Oh.
There's a gaming lounge there with like maybe 12 to 16 like lounge chairs and, you know, whatever console you want. And there's 2 dudes who stream while they play from the DFW airport. They're like sponsored, I think, by
were they found on YouTube or something?
I don't know.
They had to have been.
I don't know. I was there when they first opened.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Yeah, because I got delayed, I think, like 6 hours, and I just sat at the video game thing playing it because it was like right next door. It was where I was going.
Oh, so you played into it?
Yeah,
basically.
Totally.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool. I'll learn how to play video games now.
I bet they make so much money. They have to be loaded.
Loaded. Good for them.
I gotta find my thing that's like not doing much.
Yeah.
And still make a lot of money. Yeah, what can I do?
Feet?
I always threaten.
Yeah.
I do threaten it.
Feet. Although I did hear that it's more of a pyramid scheme. So like you essentially get paid as you recruit more people to be
feet
underneath you in the feet pyramid.
Even better.
Great.
Then I don't have to show my own feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I love how you know about this. Like,
I really,
but you know everything about every platform, though. Like you know how it works. Yeah. But I love that you know what it takes for every platform to be successful.
I mean, I thought for a minute there, I was like, man, when Bitcoin was really like crushing it, I was like, so what if I go into the metaverse and I am a go-go dancer in the metaverse because I can be anything I want in the metaverse. I have to get there at midnight. I work until 4 a.m., but I'll work for Bitcoin and Ethereum. I really thought about it.
Why didn't you do it?
Because I can't stay up that late.
I can't either.
And be like even a remotely, like taller and tolerant person, but really tolerable. Like a
Okay.
tolerable person.
There's a difference between those two.
I'll continue being tolerant, but tolerable it's a real question.
Yeah.
That's
up to the other person.
I like my job, and so I didn't want to do that. And then I like my wife, and so I didn't want to.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you're doing pretty well in real estate. So.
She was like, "I don't care if you're doing it," and I was like, "Well, I'm going to be a jerk if I am up until 4 o'clock in the morning every night." Like,
can you imagine? You just wake up and your spouse is like,
just. Like, have you been on TikTok with the like NPC people who act like NPCs? That's so strange to me.
I don't watch it.
They make money.
I don't watch it, but I've seen videos of it like on Instagram.
Like it's weird.
How does this even exist? Like, how did it come about? Like, the idea just comes around one day.
I don't know. There's a guy who does it like in New York City, like on Times Square. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
I don't know why it makes me so mad. I think because I'm jealous.
Totally.
I think it's jealousy.
Totally.
I'm just gonna call myself out.
There's also like no scaling on that though. Do you know what I mean? Like
no.
how do you scale like being an NPC?
How do you tell people?
I don't know. It's all on TikTok.
How do you tell your
Live.
family? Yeah.
Yeah. So like, wow, Lacey, you've been buying a lot of houses with cash.
Yeah.
What's going on? I'm an NPC.
I just want to win the lottery.
My parents are 76 years old. They won't know what an NPC is. They'll be like, good job. That's is that a certification? That's nice.
Certification.
That's nice. Got a nice online school. Good for you.
Is that like a Series 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like that.
Yeah.
It's just like that. Yeah. More
Thanks,
robust.
Guys. Yeah. You guys should be really proud.
Yeah. I studied longer, but no big deal.
Well, Lacey, we're going to end here. I can't take this anymore.
Tight.
Oh, God.
Tight.
This is our ending point. We cannot go on.
That's fair. I get it.
This has been a lot of fun, though.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
What is your TikTok and Instagram username?
It's the same. It's at Lacey, LACEY.compass.
Lacey.compass. Easy. Is it because your last name is hard to spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it sure is.
And pronounce?
Yes.
How do people say it?
I get a lot of Brutschy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Brutschy or Brutschy.
I was thinking Brutschy or something.
It's close. It's Brutschy.
Brutschy.
Yeah.
Why I said Brutschy.
Yeah, but that's that's about as close as you can get.
Oh my God, what is it?
Brutschy. It's like Brooche.
Oh, did I say Brutschy or Brutschy?
You said Brutschy. It's like you said it with an SH and I mean it with a CH, but again, like who cares?
You want to know what I did though?
Did you pop it in like Facebook and had the Facebook speak to you? Brutschy.
I put it in my notes app.
Oh yeah.
And I just put in maybe some topics we might hit, and then I put BRU-CHEE.
Yeah.
And I still said Brutschy.
You did. That's all right. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, bye guys. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Lacey. This has been great.
Thank you for having me.
Bye everyone.